The Orchid Collector by ChatGPT. As soon as the orchid collector stepped into his house, he knew something was wrong. The air was thick with the scent of death and decay, and he could see tiny insects crawling on the leaves of his beloved orchids. He had always taken great pride in his collection and had spent years nurturing and caring for each delicate plant, but now they were under attack from thrips, tiny pests that threatened to destroy everything he had worked so hard to create. At first, he tried to ignore the problem, hoping that it would go away on its own. But the thrips only seemed to multiply, spreading to more and more plants with each passing day. The orchid collector tried everything he could think of to get rid of them, spraying the plants with insecticide and even trying to manually remove the pests from the leaves. But nothing worked. The thrips continued to ravage his orchids, and the collector could feel his sanity slipping away as he watched his life's work slowly wither and die. He became obsessed with the thrips, spending every waking moment trying to eradicate them from his home. He stopped going to work, stopped seeing his friends, stopped doing anything other than tending to his orchids. As the infestation worsened, the collector began to hear voices in his head, whispering to him in a language he didn't understand. He became convinced that the thrips were somehow communicating with him, telling him to do terrible things. And so, in a fit of madness, the orchid collector burned his entire collection to the ground, hoping to finally rid himself of the thrips once and for all. But as the flames consumed his home, he realized, too late, that the thrips had already taken hold of his mind, and that he would never be free of them. In the end, all that was left of the orchid collector was a pile of ashes and a few twisted pieces of metal, and as the firefighters sifted through the wreckage of his home, they could hear the faint buzzing of thrips, still alive and thriving despite the destruction they had caused.